Hello and welcome to another week of Talking Film, your ultimate movie news catch-up service. I'm Daniel, and we have Nick on the other side, who's going to apologize for his voice today because he's feeling a bit sick.
So today I'm going to talk like Batman for the whole thing. It's probably better than hearing this. Okay, here's my normal voice. Here's my normal voice. And I think it'll be better if I go deep. Okay, so let's get on with the news.
Okay, let's get on with the news with box office results for the domestic box office results. At number 5 was Home in its 6th weekend, still in the top 5, with $3.3 million for a total of $158.1 million. At number 4 is Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 with $5.55 million for a total of $51.6. At number 3 is Fury 7 with $6.1 million for a total of $330.5 million. At number 2 is The Age of Adeline with $6.25 million for a total of $23.4 million. And at number 1 is Avengers Age of Ultron with $187.7 million. Thoughts of the box office this weekend, Nick? Or Batman? Or Bruce Wayne? The Avengers 2 made a lot of money.
Yeah. So I think it's a bit disappointing for Marvel, I think, but still you can't complain with the second highest opening weekend of all time. I think it's a good result, even though I kind of expected it to be this low. Like I didn't think it would be higher than the first Avengers. So
No, I didn't thought it was going to get first Avengers. I thought I would have at least got 190 million. So it's a bit shocked when I saw it was about 187. So
I wouldn't be surprised if when the actuals come out that they come out higher than the estimate.
That would be true.
It would have ticked up a lot from Saturday to Sunday. I don't think it would have dropped. I think it would have gone up. So I think that they can't really tell how much Sunday is going to make based off of Saturday, because on Saturday there was the big boxing fight or whatever that everybody was watching, and that really impacted everybody's impacted the gross of the movie, I think.
No, it could uptick. I mean, the Avengers had it was 200.3 million, and then it soared to 207. So it could soar to probably about maybe 191, 192 million, maybe.
But also, I think that the critical reception's had a little bit of impact. It's got 75% on Rotten Tomatoes at the moment, which
who gets a 75?
It's still good. It's really good, but it's just not the 92% of the first Avengers. So it might. But I think that the word of mouth, once people have seen it, will spread. I think it's like critical consensus has turned people away on first weekend. But if it gets an A cinema score, then it's going to have to have legs. I don't know what else to say. It's going to have more legs. Maybe not as much as the first Avengers, but more than most movies.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how well it's going to do. If it's going to top Iron Man 3's $403 million, I think it was. No, $408 million. It'll be interesting to see if it'll top that to be the second highest in the Marvel Cinematic Universe domestically.
Yeah. I'm more interested in how much it's going to make worldwide.
And also in Australia, I looked at the box office results for there. It was 15.7 for last weekend for its debut, so it was just slightly higher over the first film's $13 million. But in the overall week, it was down about $3 million. It was $19 million for Ultron. It was $22 million for the Avengers. So Ultron didn't even hit the top 10 of all-time opening weeks in Australia, and Avengers is still number 3rd for us.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think that all-time Furious 7 is going to overtake the first Avengers. It's hard to tell where Age of Ultron will end up. It's a bit too early. but I think that it has a chance of being the first Avengers worldwide based on China.
That's interesting. And that sort of leads our segue for our milestones. Furious 7 has now grossed $1.428 billion, defeating Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 to become the fourth highest grossing movie worldwide. Avengers Age of Ultron has sped past the $600 million mark to gross a total of $626.7 million. And Kingsman: The Secret Service has now grossed over $400 million, making $401.3.
Yes, for Kingsman. Yes. Still my favorite movie of the year. But yeah, I think that it's not, the other two aren't really surprised. Kingsman's a bit of a surprise, but the other two.
I didn't even thought Kingsman would even get 100 million worldwide. I thought it was going to be like Kingsman level. I mean, not Kingsman, Kick-Ass levels. I'm so happy it's made a 400 million.
And Furious 7, like just over a month ago, no one could have guessed. No one could have guessed that it would get this high. But like now that we know that it's the juggernaut that it is, it's not really surprising that it's going to overtake everything ever released on this earth.
Except probably for Avatar and Titanic. Can't beat James Cameron yet.
James Cameron does what James Cameron does. Something, James Cameron.
Maybe James Cameron should do a Fast and Furious movie.
Oh my God, and that would make like $500 billion.
Do you think Avengers is going to beat Furious 7 to $1 billion? It has to beat it by Wednesday, I think.
Too early to tell. Too early. Depends on China, as I said. If it beats Furious 7 in China, then it's got a chance. If it doesn't beat Furious 7 in China, then I don't think it's got a chance of being Furious 7.
Okay. We shall see. But I think China doesn't come out in China for a while now, so I don't think it comes out till the 12th of May, so it's still a long time. So it might not be Furious 7 though, at the $1 billion.
Well, Italy had to wait till October for Guardians of the Galaxy, so nothing's that long.
Anything else about the box office?
Nope. I think that covers everything. Covers all my thoughts.
Okay, well, let's move on to the news.
The top news. No parents.
Top news of the week. Nick, are you ready for a female Jump Street spin-off?
No. Not ready.
Why not? Why not Batman?
Well, I'm not sexist, but I just think that they don't need to make female-centric installments of franchises that already exist. Why don't they create new franchises for these people? Why don't, like, they need to, yes, they need more roles for women in Hollywood. But this is not the answer. They need, like, Jump Street is, well, now it's Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum. That's Jump Street. Nothing else.
That's why my status for the news, I put down that the Heat with Melissa McCarthy and Sandra Bullock is pretty much a female version of Jump Street. Even the ending is like Jump Street a bit. So I think the Heat's perfect as a female Jump Street. So for that, and I have been hearing that there might be a sequel to the Heat in the works. That just leave that as the female Jump Street. Why do you need it?
Spot on. See, Heat. The Heat is exactly the kind of movie I'm talking about. These are the ones they need to put more emphasis on, less on the Jump Streets. If they want more female roles in Hollywood, make less Jump Streets and more the Heats. That's all. Don't just start making, I don't know, Jump Street with females, Jump Street with males, Jump Street with monkeys, Jump Street with Charles Darwin and Richard Dawkins on an adventure.
This is sounding
Right,
like
that's
something post-credit scene of 22 Jump Street.
Ricky Gervais's Jump Street and
We need a
Jump Street.
we need a Muppet version of Jump Street.
Animated, hand-drawn animated Jump Street. And what else? I don't know. The Avengers Jump Street version. I don't know.
Which, if this female thing does come out and does work, that's probably what maybe 24 Jump Street is probably going to be. The Avengers.
They can do that now. As long as they have Spider-Man in it. They can do it.
Okay. And I guess we should also talk about the 23 Jump Street and Men in Black crossover.
Well, this one sounds like a slightly better idea, but only if Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones come back.
Yeah, even if they come back as a cameo or teach them how to do it, that would be awesome.
Yeah. So they just have to be in the first or second act. They don't need to, or just for like a climax. They come and they join the end. It's like bam, the alien, bam.
I think this could. Actually, people are hating this idea. I think this could actually work.
It could work because Jump Street is all about making fun of the movie industry, and so this movie would definitely make fun of the movie industry.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? That I have a feeling that they're going to like pretty much make fun of the whole, expanded universes of, the Avengers and stuff like that. It's funny how they're sort of doing that with the female Jump Street as well. So they're sort of ripping themselves off if they do go ahead with the female Jump Street.
Well, one counterpoint I have is this: it'll only be worth it, that Jump Street crossover, if Lord and Miller come back.
I think they're producing it, and I think I don't know if they'll be writing it, but I know they're producing it. I have heard that they want to do it. It just if like all the material comes in, exactly the way they want it. They said they'll come back to direct. So they said there's a possibility for them to come back. It's all about the directing. Okay.
Clear?
Clear.
Batman thumbs up of approval.
You should have got like a Batman costume for today.
I know. That would have been so much better.
Anything else about Jump Street, Men in Black? Oh, it'll be cool if they do the whole Jump Street, Men in Black, and get Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones back, even if it's a cameo or like a side supporting role for Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum. It'd be cool if they also make fun of their ratings, like their franchise, how they rate, because Men in Black is obviously PG-13 and PG in Australia, and Jump Street's MA here /R in America. It'd be funny if like they make fun of that Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones can't swear and do this other stuff that Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum can do, because it's the R-rated.
That would be hilarious. or they could turn it just PG-13 and just like make fun of that no swearing thing altogether. Like it would also be like another rip-off of Hollywood.
Yeah. I don't think they will. I think the Jump Street's going to be the next one's going to be R. They would definitely want to keep that going. But I feel like that's something that Phil Lord and Chris Miller, if they come back, would definitely do. I'm hoping it'll be fun. Moving on to the next one. Director Josh Trank has left the untitled second Star Wars spin-off movie.
I've been disappointed by this news, but after everything I've heard about Josh Trank, he seems to be like not very good at directing a blockbuster. Doesn't seem to be doing it very well. Like I've heard there's been troubles on Fantastic Four. Not sure how that movie's going to turn out, but I guess we wait and see. if Fantastic Four is good, we'll be disappointed that he left Star Wars. If it's terrible, we'll be like, oh, thank God.
Okay. Well, I'm keeping hope for Fantastic Four is going to be really good.
I'm just keeping hope that every single Star Wars movie ever released is amazeballs.
Amazeballs. That's your new saying for anything that's amazing now, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we know Josh Trank can be a really good director. He did a fantastic movie with Chronicle. That's my opinion. And everyone else's opinion except for yours.
Chronicle.
How dare ya? But he's had one successful and hopefully another one. I don't know. I still really don't know his style of directing because Chronicle is found footage. And obviously, he's not going to translate. He's not translating that with Fantastic Four. So, if anything, I'm more curious to see what his directing style is going to be with Fantastic Four. But I don't know. I'm sort of a bit sad that he's not going to do a Star Wars movie. But is he going to? Are they going to replace him with another director? Because I have been hearing that they might push it back to 2019, which I quite do not understand. Why would they have to push it back for?
I don't think they need to push it back. It's still early on in production. They still have plenty of time. Like Ant-Man has made its release date, and they changed directors like less than 12 months ago.
Who do you think would replace Josh Trank for the second Star Wars spin-off film?
I'm going to say Brad Bird. Please be Brad Bird.
I hope not.
Please be Brad Bird. Why?
Well, I mean, I would like to see him do Star Wars, but The Incredibles 2 has to come first, and then Star Wars later.
Maybe they don't need to make Incredibles 2. Maybe they can just leave Incredibles alone.
No! I want The Incredibles 2. No.
No, you don't.
I do.
You don't want any. That's the only Pixar sequel you want. You can't pick and choose. You either get The Incredibles 2 and Finding Dory 2 and Cars 2, 3.
Oh.
Or you get nothing. That's it. You can't.
You take your Toy Story 4 with you. You take your Toy Story 4. I want The Incredibles 2.
Just because you want it doesn't mean it's going to be good.
Just because you want Brad Bird in Star Wars doesn't mean it's going to be good.
Yes, it does. Stop lying to yourself. No, I don't know who they could choose. I think, as long as they keep Zack Snyder the hell away from Star Wars, I'm all right.
Well, he has been teasing us with Batman v Superman or Star Wars pictures, so maybe he might be. It'd be cool if I don't know. I'm just gonna say for anything, Phil Lord or Chris Miller would be pretty cool. But then that's sort of the comedy sort of things. They might be better with Guardians of the Galaxy, probably type of Marvel sort of type blockbuster films. So I don't know. What other director would you get? Maybe it's probably gonna be another like an indie sort of director to do it. Maybe.
Well, I don't know how Colin Trevorrow is going to handle Jurassic World, but we'll wait and see if he's all right. If that's all right, then maybe him. Maybe even if it's not good, maybe it's just not his fault. Maybe he's a good director and he just needs the right creative team to assemble the picture. Wait, that was terrible.
Okay, well, moving on. Since now you've sort of become Tony Stark now, I think, those glasses. Kingsman 2 has been greenlighted.
Well, this just adds on to the news that we were talking about first, doesn't it? The box office news. So, Kingsman, favorite movie of the year so far. Happy that it's getting a sequel. Deserves a sequel. Good on it. I can't wait. That's
I wonder what they're going. It's great that we're going to get a sequel to this movie. My only problem is that hopefully they can make it. I don't know, a very good film. Like I don't want to go Kick-Ass than Kick-Ass 2. I mean, Kick-Ass 2 was enjoyable, but it was nowhere near as great as the first film was. So I'm hoping that if Matthew Vaughn comes back, he'll know what to do for another.
well, if they do, Matthew Vaughn has to come back. But
I don't think he's ever done a sequel before. To his own, like a film that he started. I don't think he's ever done a sequel yet.
backtrack for a second, because Matthew Vaughn would be perfect for a Star Wars film.
Well, I'm going
Matthew
to.
Vaughn would be perfect.
But you can only pick one, Nick. Kingsman 2 or Star Wars.
Kingsman 2. I'm sorry, Kingsman. I love that movie so much. I just want more of it. More Kingsman. More.
And it's going to be interesting because for Kingsman 2, it's going to, I don't know, they're going to have to cast someone to take over Colin. Spoilers alert, please, if you haven't seen Kingsman, just mute the screen right now. Colin Firth not being in the sequel, who's going to sort of replace him? Because I feel like that's probably what Kick-Ass 2 sort of felt without Nicolas Cage. I mean, Jim Carrey was really good, but he just didn't hold the film together like Nicolas Cage did the first Kick-Ass. So I'm sort of interested to see if they're going to be able to cast someone who's going to bring presence to this new character. That's not Colin Firth, because Colin Firth was excellent in Kingsman.
Christoph Waltz.
It'll be interesting. I mean, I guess that's sort of keeping with Colin Firth, not sort of like an action star, and just seem to really see if they can work that. That'd be interesting.
Wait. J.K. Simmons.
I'd be happy with that. That'd be really good. What about?
I'm a genius. Billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
What about? Oh, I had someone in mind, but I've lost it. It would have been like I don't know. It would have been like a WTF sort of person. What about? I don't know. I can't think of anything. Mark Wahlberg.
No.
I just wanted to see your reaction to that.
I know who. Who's that handsome fella that plays Batman?
Ben Affleck?
No, the real Batman.
Oh, Will Arnett.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, he's good. Yeah.
Adam West would be pretty interesting.
No, I don't know. What about Christian Bale? Is the one I'm talking about. You daft Robin.
Oh, that's Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh,
Pretty cool.
He would be good. What about Christian Bale and Joseph Gordon-Levitt in Kingsman 2?
Wow, a Dark Knight Rises sequel.
God, you're amazing.
No one can see it. No one can see a thing, Nick, dance.
I really can't even try high pitched. Ready? This is my high pitched. Oh my God, you're amazing. Oh my God, I'm amazing. It's not in my vocal range. This must be what Batman actually feels like.
Okay, well, moving on from Kingsman, I think we've pretty much we've talked about everything we can with that. I think
we've got a little bit sidetracked as well.
I think this is sort of becoming our wish list for what we want to see in sequels that we want to happen. Power Rangers has moved back to January 13th, 2017, being delayed from its original date of July 2016 in the summer. What are your thoughts, Nick?
Hmm. Hmm. Well, I think that Power Rangers, I never really got into understood it. Don't know about you, but when I was growing up, I was much more into, I don't know, the Scooby-Doo cartoons. No, they were good. They were awesome. Or Pokemon. Oh, yes, Pokemon was awesome. Or what was that other one? Oh, Rugrats. Oh, not Power Rangers. I'm not interested, really. I know there's lots of people that are, but not me.
I'm definitely interested in this because I grew up watching the very original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the first
Oh, there
three
you go.
seasons of that show.
Generation
Until they went,
Pony.
which is funny because that aired before I was even born. So don't know what new series there was airing at the time when I was a kid, but I think it was just like on Fox Kids or something. I just watched the original Mighty Morphin, and that's how I got into Power Rangers. That's the original one for me. So I'm very interested in this, and I hope it's not very kiddie. I want it to be like The Amazing Spider-Man, take some dark elements and then light, very light elements, sort of like a Marvel film, sort of like the Avengers sort of thing, but not make it too dark and not make it too kiddie and light. Just have like the right combination in between, so that it can appeal to kids and the nostalgia for adults, because they can't just rely on kids to be a box office success, and they can't just and critically successful as well, and they can't rely on adults.
You can't a universe
right now.
Like,
Hey,
correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know if critics are going to love this movie. It just doesn't seem like one that's going to. Like, it could be fans, it could appease fans, but I don't think critics are really into Power Rangers. I guess this is the problem you're talking about. You're talking about like that this movie's made for the fans, so it's not going to be made for the critics.
Yeah, no, I feel like Power Rangers is a bit cheesy, but I feel like there is potential. There's enough elements there to just change up some things to really make this like a teen sort of superhero group sort of thing, like the Avengers sort of thing, but just make like a teen sort of orientated group.
You're
and I feel like
saying
enough would be tweaked enough to not
it's
just be like a television show.
So you're saying it's kind of like Divergent crossed with X-Men.
I'm not really Divergent since I've just recently watched that. There's a review coming up at 4 o'clock today, so keep your eyes for that. But self-promotion there. But I would say X-Men, yes, definitely.
Shameless.
Maybe cross with Divergent a bit, but I'm sort of more crossing with Spider-Man sort of thing, because I think that'd be pretty cool to have the jokes and then with the certain dark elements to the film, the action, type of thing. I really feel like if the right director comes on this film, it would be really good. I mean, they got great screenwriters who wrote X-Men First Class. That is awesome. And they also got a really good producer for Star Trek. Robert Orci is his name, I think.
Orgy, I think.
Orgy. So they got that.
Chi, not orgy. Not orgy. Orgy. I'm the one with the bad voice.
They just need a really good director to steer the ship into the right direction, and then it'll be awesome. And I'm sort of worried that it's in the January date, because January, is all the terrible films that come out. But I'm hoping that if it's really good, January would be the perfect time. There's no competition there. Exactly. If it's awesome, it'll do really good box office wise.
Listen up, studios. Listen up. People like to watch movies all throughout the year. You don't have to put them all in the same.
It's going to begin. It's going to begin next year. January is not going to be the crap month, the crap fest month that we know, because Kung Fu Panda 3 opens in January next year. So there's potential that January can be awesome.
Awesome. Just keep the ball rolling.
Okay, well, that's all we have time for today. If you like our Facebook page, you can like it at facebook.com/everythingfilm and report movie reviews and news on there. And you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. That is all time we have for today. Join us next week, where we'll do another week full of movie news for everybody to catch up on. I'm Daniel. Nick's on the other side. Until next time.
And until next time, and I'm Batman as well. Bye. Bye, Gotham City.
No, I'm Batman.